wish not to be recorded, let us know in advance, or alternatively, you can turn off your video and you can rename yourself so that you're not recognized if that is the goal. And we perfectly understand your need for privacy, right? So just let us know what option will you prefer. And okay, so So, everyone, welcome to Karachi Toastmaster Club's Speakathon. While the president joins, I will officiate as the acting president in the capacity of VP Education. So we have one guest with us, Aslam J. Qureshi. We will come to you, sir. Toastmasters International is a worldwide organization which focuses on the communication and leadership skills of its members. And it runs a program worldwide called Pathways, and Toastmasters goals are accomplished through two different instruments. One is Pathways, and one is Toastmasters rules and protocols. Uh, Toastmasters has more than 17,000 clubs around the world and more than 300,000, somewhere between 250 to 300,000 members. At Karachi Toastmasters Club, we are the oldest surviving club in Pakistan. Karachi Toastmasters Club was founded in September 2000, and we voluntarily refrain from talking about sex, religion, politics. In fact, the spirit is that we voluntarily refrain from doing anything that can cause controversy or debate or cause distress to any person or group of persons. So, just quickly going over the last meeting's minutes. Yes, last meeting we was held not on a Wednesday, but online on August 14 in celebration of Independence Day, and we hosted an epic panel discussion. It was moderated by Toastmaster Asghar. All credit to Toastmaster Sila and Toastmaster Vase for arranging it. It was perhaps the best panel discussion I've ever witnessed. Best prepared speaker went to DTM Sharpraz and Toastmaster Zishan Arif jointly. Best table topics went to Toastmaster Mohammad Asghar. Best evaluator went to myself. Best facilitator, Toastmaster Ibarri Khan. And Best Big Four went to Toastmaster Latif Mansoor Ali. And before we move on with today's meeting, there is one vital piece of recognition that is due. As I said earlier, Karachi Toastmasters Club pioneered the concept of speakathon in Pakistan. But perhaps no one would know who actually started this. And it is someone very special, someone who is a mentor to all of us, and someone whose name is Distinguished Toastmaster Dr. Udeep. And the story is that he visited Singapore and he witnessed a speakathon there, and that's how he brought the concept to Karachi Toastmasters Club. And for the longest time, KTC was the only club holding speakathons, then other clubs starting doing so as well. But I can safely say that we must be the only club who held a speakathon over 2 days, 17 speakers. Yeah. So with that, it is time to get on with the agenda. There was no piece of business that was discussed during the intervening period that requires an approval from the members. And today we will be hosting someone very special as our Toastmaster of the day. But before that, we have a few guests with us. So, Aslam J. Qureshi. Mr. Aslam, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum. Sorry, I will not be able to on my camera, but yes, I can introduce myself. I am a president from Hope Toastmaster Club in KSA, And
Okay.
I have seen the invitation of this meeting is going on now, so just thought to join the meeting.
Sincerely appreciated Toastmaster Aslam, and lovely to have you. Karachi Toastmasters Club is open to all Toastmasters. If you want to do a speech here or do an evaluation, we will always welcome you. Thank you so much for joining. We have our old friend, Mohammad Jalil Saab. Jalil Saab, please introduce yourself.
Thank you very much. My name is Mohammad Jalil Raja. I'm currently at Peshawar. I'm a banker and I'm attending these forums to improve my communication skills. And especially, I must admire that KTC is giving me a lot. So I try not to miss these online sessions while being away from Karachi.
Thank
It's a
you.
wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jalil Saab. We are always glad that you can join us because your presence matters a lot. We have Sayyid Ayan Akhtar. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, hello. My name is Faizan Akhtar. I'm from Karachi. I'm an A-level student. This is my first online meeting actually. So I am here for the same reason to improve my communication skills and uh, speech and decision making.
Great. Thank you so much. So now it is my time to give the floor to our Toastmaster of the day, someone who entered Karachi Toastmasters Club as an infant. At least he looked like that to us. And his entry was one of the most memorable meetings at Karachi Toastmasters Club because in that meeting we had the table topic session in the form of a trial, and that trial was someone being tried for harassment, and it was ATM Ali's witness account of events, and his sudden decision to turn his back on his boss that actually caused the conviction. So a person who is an intellectual, who is actually very creative, he knows how to play with the emotions of the audience, and he's been doing that since years. And he is one of the former VP Education of Karachi Toastmasters Club as well as past president of another club. So, with that, let's give the floor to distinguished Toastmaster Ali Ashraf.
Thank you so much, DTM Tala, and the Toastmasters. Thank you so much. So today we have a special meeting and we have a speaker-thon, and I am quite excited for it because today we are going to hear some very good speeches by the distinguished Toastmasters, so in season Toastmasters. So today meeting, so today meeting is a bit different because today we have a series of what you say phenomena of species. So let's start with the role holders. So we have a grammarian Toastmaster Shafak Zaman. Is she here?
Yes, he is here. Okay.
He is here.
Yes.
So Toastmaster Shafak.
Thank you. Am I supposed to express my role or what?
Yes. Yes,
Was
and
not
plus also give the word of the day. Introduce the word of the
okay.
day.
Okay. My role as a grammarian is to listen everyone during the meeting, and I will note down good sentences, word, and any grammatical mistakes. At the end of the meeting, I will share my observation with you. And one more thing, we have in every meeting the word of the day, which is to help us to improve our vocabulary. And today's the word of the day is perspicacious. Perspicacious, which mean having a sharp understanding and being able to notice and understand things quickly, especially things that are not obvious. Or in simple words, a person who can understand things quickly and deeply. So I encourage everyone to use this word during the meeting. Thank you. Over to you,
Thank you
Toastmaster of
so
the day.
much, Toastmaster Shafat, for your wonderful description about your role. Now let's move towards timer, and he is none other than DTM Talabin Hamid.
Thank you so much. So during the meeting, I'll be showing the timing. Everything in Toastmasters is timed. So, excuse me, everyone. So, during the meeting, I'll be showing timing indications. At the minimum time, you'll see the green light or green background. In the intermediate time, you'll see yellow. And at the maximum time, you'll see red. Today, we have only speeches and evaluations. So, green at 5, yellow at 6, and red at 7. For evaluations 2, 2.5, and 3, every time you see this or the red background, that means you have 30 seconds to wind up your presentation. Otherwise, you will be out of contention for being voted upon. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, DTM Tala, for your role description. Now let's move towards the vote counter, and he is Toastmaster Imran Rana. Yes, vote counter.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. There will be different, there will be voting on different, at different segments. Like we're going to have votes for the best prepared speaker, best evaluator. Are we going for the top three or not?
I think we will, since we have 10 of each.
Okay, so best prepared speaker and best evaluator and best pick four. Only best pick two, sorry. The floor will be, I will share the Google form and you are requested to please cast your vote. If there's a tie, break the tie and announce the winner.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Imran Rana, to support the democracy here at Toastmaster. Now we have the Joke Master, Toastmaster is okay, she's coming. Let's wait for her. Toastmaster Eva.
Okay. This time I'll be presenting some one-liner jokes. Did you hear about the guy whose whole left side was cut off? Did you hear about the guy whose whole left side was cut off? He's all right now. Yesterday I accidentally swallowed some food coloring. The doctor said, I'm okay, but I feel like I died a little inside. Atheism is a non-profit organization. Atheism is a non-profit organization.
Yeah.
Thanks for explaining the word galore to me. It means a lot. Over to you, Toastmaster.
It means a lot. Okay, now I get it.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Eva, for this light of the room with your jokes. So now Toastmasters, are you ready for the speakathon? Our first speaker is, I must say, he is the word of the day. The word is perspicacious Toastmaster, and he's none other than DTM Serveras, and he is on his pathway of presentation mastery level 1. Project is evaluation and feedback, speech 2. So the title is The Rice Mountain. DTM Sarfaraz, The Rice Mountain. Over to you.
The rice monument.
Oh,
Monument.
I misread it. Okay,
The rice what?
the rice monument. We all misread it. All right. Thank you, sir.
Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, have you ever meticulously planned your entire life only to discover that life never received the memo? I was so devoted to my future that I wrote out my entire life plan on a sheet of paper and pinned it to our refrigerator with a magnet. One day, the magnet fell off. The paper floated away across the room like a kite whose string had just been cut. While I was busy designing my plans, the universe was quietly redesigning my life. At that point, I knew almost nothing about America. Yet, destiny had already begun moving without consulting me. One night, I found myself aboard a Boeing 747 crossing the ocean. I believed I was flying to America to pursue an education. In reality, I was flying there to receive an advanced degree in survival. America wasted no time teaching its first lesson. Before arriving, I had never cooked anything in my life. Not tea, not eggs, not rice. At home, my mother handled the kitchen, and my relationship with cooking was purely observational. I watched, I ate, I complimented, and I left. Suddenly, I was alone in my apartment, thousands of miles away from home. No mother, no homemade food materializing at dinner time through some culinary miracle. I faced exactly three options: starve to death, eat McDonald's forever, or learn to cook. Being a man of tremendous ambition, I chose survival. Unfortunately, I had no recipe books, and this was before Google existed. There was no YouTube tutorial titled How to Make Chicken Tikka Masala Without Destroying Your Apartment. One day, I attempted basmati rice. I understood two facts about rice: it requires water, and heat is somehow involved. What I did not understand was proportion. I filled the pot with rice, then filled the remaining space entirely with water, confident that more water meant more success. Several minutes later, my stove looked like it had personally survived a flood. When I finally poured out the rice, it emerged as one giant steaming mass resembling industrial construction material. It was no longer rice. It was a rice monument built to commemorate my own confidence. I was hungry. I ate it proudly. It was terrible, but it was my terrible creation. Then came chicken korma. I understood one crucial fact: chicken korma contains spices. What I did not understand was which spices and how much. So naturally, I bought nearly every spice available to humanity: salt, pepper, turmeric, garlic powder, chili powder, ginger, and several mysterious substances that may have doubled as industrial cleaning products. Back home, I added spices at random, like a television chef suffering a nervous breakdown. The result was so confusing that even I could not identify which culture it belonged to. A few years later, I acquired a roommate named Patel from Karachi, well built, confident, and considerably more competent in the kitchen than I was. One day, we spotted a pressure cooker for sale, $11. We bought it immediately, thinking it would solve our cooking problems. neither of us had ever operated a pressure cooker before. One Sunday, Patel prepared chicken tikka masala, while I supervised from a safe and strategic distance. After several minutes, the cooker began releasing steam loudly. It sounded less like cookware and more like a small rocket preparing to launch. Patel removed it from the stove and tried to open it. Nothing happened. He tried again with more force, still nothing. Patel became more determined, summoning the strength of a man, wrestling destiny itself. He forced the lid open. What happened next violated several laws of physics. Masala exploded across the walls, ceiling, the cabinets, quite possibly the neighbor's apartment. And then we stood there in shock, looking at the ceiling. Chicken legs were hanging like Christmas ornaments. Should we eat them? We made the best choice of our college career. We went to KFC. Looking back, I've come to treasure that learning really arrives gradually. Most growth happens awkwardly, messily, through mistakes we prefer not that anybody witness. Perhaps you remember a moment when your own carefully designed plans fell apart completely. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
T.A. Bashir, you are silent.
Sorry. I muted myself on your instructions.
Okay. So let's move towards our next speaker. She's Toastmaster Karsaban Jumgori, and her title is the uh, the body changes mind, but in the deepest.
So again, we can switch around.
Okay. So do we have BBM Irfan?
No, not yet.
We have Toastmaster Silano, Toastmaster Sulfikar Ali.
He's not one of the evaluators, he's a speaker.
Okay.
So what we can do is, it seems like the only alternative is to have you on stage.
Okay, as evaluator or
as speaker, and your evaluator is already here.
Okay.
Sorry?
You can give a little of my speech?
Yeah, actually, I already allocated that to Latif.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can give you separately, no worries.
So it's okay, and that's the title of my speech also.
You can flip the microphone.
So the next speaker is none other than myself, Emily Ashranjum, and my speech title is "It's Okay."
Yeah.
This is beauty lies. So, in the eyes of for the beholder, and perhaps yes, it's lies. It's an illusion. Whatever we see, the colors of all the landscapes, what it is. It is just an illusion of the light. Light just positioning on certain angle. It's nothing, but it's an illusion. But it's okay to be fooled by the by that thing because it's make you happy. It's relish you. It's make you happy. In this chaotic world, we have to be happy. I still remember a beautiful day. I was walking on the pavement of the beautiful city, on the beautiful street, side by side with my beautiful friend. And I asked her, what is beauty? Suddenly I sensed something. She rubs the knuckles to my nose. I realized she just hold my hand and look at me. That was an awkward situation for me. I got the goosebumps. I want to neutralize the situation. And I said, what? She asked me, don't you understand? I said, it's an illusion. It's nothing. And she said, for heaven's sake, don't you feel it? I feel it. I can see what you feel it, that you are not going to tell ever. It's not an illusion. You, the philosopher, you, Ali, say, describe me what is beauty. I said, it's not. It is just an illusion to foster that our hearts and minds, to make us fool, to get into those fantasies and just make things happy for all of us. She said, Ali, is it you? And she said, you know what actually beauty is? The beauty is when you start caring for someone for no reason. When you relish something that is imperfect. When you start feeling happy for nothing. If you are going to chase achievements and you didn't get it, at that moment, if you are happy, this is a beauty. She uttered and said, Ali, you know what is the most difficult thing to do? To forgive others, to trust others, and then forgive them. And that is the very thing that we all want from everyone on this land, from the divine to the to the mighty. We want that forgiveness. But when it comes to you, when we are on that position where we have to forgive someone, we didn't. And we even don't just forgive ourselves for our failures, for our deficiencies. And that is the very lesson that she told. So Toastmasters, today I challenge you all to see in yourself and see that what is that thing that is always jarring in your mind. Because it's okay to fail. It's okay to love. It's okay to be loved. It's okay to fall again and again because it is going to make you resilient. It is going to make you more energetic. But at that moment, you cannot do it by carrying the burden of that past, the baggage of the past. You cannot do that. We want that forgiveness. But most of the time, we are the one who never want to just forgive ourselves. The beauty don't lies in someone else. It lies in the heart who forgives. Over to the Toastmaster. Okay. So now let's move towards the next speaker. And he is
I think
Toastmaster Wajid.
Wajid is struggling to get online, but you can call Zulfikar, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Toastmaster Zulfikar.
Yeah.
Engaging humor level 1 project evaluation and feedback, and your title is
Public speaking is stalling.
Public speaking is?
Public speaking is stalling. Privately, I just changed my title.
Okay.
Public speaking is stalling privately.
okay. So Toastmaster Zulfikar Ali on his project evaluation and feedback. Over to you, Toastmaster.
They can watch me.
Sorry?
The online can people can watch me.
Yeah, they can.
No, we can.
They can.
So guys, let me tell you a story. It's a very personal story. It's a story about a time which was a very vulnerable time for me. And just thinking about that, even speaking about that, makes me feel not only just nervous, but I really don't know how to do that. So, I forgot the story. So let's come to the topic. Today my topic is public speaking is half stalling. If you might have not noticed that I just stalled here. So I have brought an acronym for you to stall. And why do we need it? We need this because sometimes we prepare a speech for like 5 minutes or maybe 6 minutes, and after probably 2 to 3 minutes we are like, I'm done and I don't know what to say anymore, and people are watching me. I need to collect my data and I have to invent or create right now spontaneously, and that can be hard. So before that we can do some measures, and number one measure is S. S means story. You can create a story in many ways. For example, you can be like, I have a friend. You can name him anything. You can even name him A, F, anything, but the time is counting and your speech is going on. So that's how you tell a story. You can tell that I have a friend who was walking in the park. I'm creating this right now, and there was a dog. The dog bit him, and he was hurt. And then we went to take him to the hospital. So that's how you can create a story, and people will be aligned with you. But that's how you keep the speech going. So number one, S, you can create stories. T. T means time. When you are speaking, sometimes it feels like that time is your enemy. But when you are stalling, time is your friend. You can actually take time doing things. You can come here, you can observe the people, what they are doing, and you can then basically you can take your whole time, and there is no need to worry about that. And after that, A. For A means air. It means cooling. Public speaking is hard, right? And it makes you nervous, and sometimes people get sweaty. So what do? They can always go towards their handkerchief. It might take 10 seconds, 15 seconds. You can do this, and you can do this, and you can confirm by the person who is counting time right now. Is someone here counting time? So yeah. So sir, the time is still going, right?
Yes.
So we don't have to worry about that. So you can just go for the cooling if it's appropriate, if you feel like, if it's natural to, you can see the cooling. So that's how you stall in public speaking. Because behind every good speaker, there is a good air conditioner. That's my quote I just made. Now, L. For L, acronym L, it means liquid. So what do I mean by liquid? By liquid, I mean you can just go for the water, because hydration is important. You can go for the water. You can take a sip. You can put the bottle down. Then you can start speaking. But you can also come back again towards the water, and you can take the sip again. Time is still counting, right? So take your time, go for the liquid, keep yourself hydrated during the speech. It's not a problem. Now, under L. For L, the last letter L, it means long pauses. When you try to speak with long pauses, it might hurt, but sometimes it can make you appear as a confident person. And sometimes people may think that he might be up to something. He might have some tricks in his pockets. So take long pauses, don't be afraid of that. And the last, a bonus one, which is audience. You can always interact with the audience. Sir, may I know your name? Kalimul. Sir, what do you do? Whatever he said, I didn't understand, and I don't know what to do with this. But I can just interact with them, so that's not a problem. Good speakers usually interact. That's how I think of public speaking. So that's all. I am almost in the danger zone. So I think I will utilize few seconds again. The story I was telling about, my personal story, it was about the art of public speaking, and public speaking is half stalling, and public speaking is stalling privately. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters Zulfikar Ali, for giving us a very different perspective about like speaking. Now let's move towards who would be the Toastmaster Noreen.
Yes, it could be Toastmaster Noreen. Let me just check. Yeah, Toastmaster Noreen. Wait.
My evaluator is here.
Okay, it could also be DTM Irfan because he's online, and his evaluator is Toastmaster Noreen. So, yeah.
So, Toastmaster Noreen is next?
No, DTM Irfan is next.
Okay. Okay, so we have
Noreen.
Irfan and
Read the agenda.
Okay.
All right. Okay. You have plenty of time.
So now let's move towards our next speaker, and he is a distinguished Toastmaster, and he is DTM Irfan, and his project is about vocal variety, RCS, entertaining, and storytelling. DTM Irfan, without me, DTM Irfan. Over to you, DTM.
Once I met an old friend of mine. He was my class fellow. After so many years, while I was in a market, I came to see him. And then we shook hand. Hello, how are you? Oh, long time no see, and all those jappies and puppies and everything like that. And then he invited me. Long time you have not visited my home. My mother still remembers you. She calls about you. Why don't you come to house? I said, okay, no problem. Let's go to your house. It was not very far away. We were in a close side market. And with him, I went to his house, a reasonable size house where people were living very close to one another, attached to each other. And then he introduced me to his son. That was 13, 14 years of age. And I smiled and I asked him, hello, what's your name? And he said, my name is Nadeem. Smiling boy, my name is Nadeem. And I shook hand with him and I asked, what do? You definitely you will be studying. Yes, uncle. Uh, I'm in 8th grade and I'm starting my 9th class or O level, but I'm not sure what should I do. Well, I said, why? Why are you not sure? What's the issue? And said, uncle, you see, I want to go for O level, but Baba says, no, you should go for FSA, do matric and then FSC 9th, 10th. Within this talk, his father came. I said, Sikandar, what's your son plan? No plan. He'll do what I will tell him to do. And I was surprised. Why? Why you want that he should? No. What does he know? He's a small child, a little kid. What does he know about the world? He doesn't know what is the world, how things are moving, what are the current situation, what are the current requirements of the field. He doesn't know. I'll take a decision. I was surprised. I said, look, you are of my age. We are outdated people. These are young people. Let them take a decision. And suddenly the boy said, no, uncle, you see, Baba will take my decision. Whatever Baba say, I'll do that. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear fellow Toastmasters, sometimes we support the youngsters or kids or whatever to an extent where that support does not remain support, becomes a supremacy. We want to dictate everything to youngsters. You cannot do anything without me. Sometimes, instead of grooming the youngsters, what we do is that we cap them under our supremacy. Nothing without us, nothing without me. Ladies and gentlemen, this culture is not only limited to the parenting issue. Unfortunately, we follow the same for many types of relationships. Let's look at organizations. My observation, and there are two different types of observations. One important observation. Somebody in an organization who tells his team, there will be no decision unless I approve it. Without my approval, no decision. And that boss is a controlling boss, and he takes all the decisions. And in my observation, such bosses are very successful because their boss's boss, they understand without him we can't do anything. Indispensable people. When they are on leave, actually, they are not on leave. Number one, it is very rare that they will go to leave because they don't want to leave the team without my supervision? No. And when they go to any leave, have you seen a few people, somebody in your life, you go to Murray, you go to Aptabad, Nathia Gali, and somebody is on phone talking to his team, telling them, dictating them. Have you watched anything like that? Probably yes. No, I don't know. These are the bosses who don't want anyone to work without them. They want their own supremacy because when they are supreme, nobody will work without them and they will become indispensable. I have seen many people like that, many people who don't allow anybody to take any decision. Without me, no decision. I will approve, only then you will be allowed to do so. Let's look at a third scenario. Toastmasters mentorship. All of you who have done mentor activity to any of Toastmasters, have you ever been a mentor to a Toastmaster? Well, I'm very sure Karachi Toastmasters Club meeting, 80% of you would be mentors. I'm very sure about it. Now, what happens in mentorship? Can we adopt that same attitude as a mentor? That I will take all decisions for my mentee.
No.
What to study, I will tell him. How to speak, I will tell him. No, yes. Wase, you are saying very right. We can't work like that. It is out of question. The world will survive, will continue to survive, me or without me. If you are doing a good mentorship, let them grow with their own level of understanding. Support them, don't control them. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, DD, for your wonderful speech. Now let's move towards our next speaker, Toastmaster Wajid, on his pathway of presentation mastery, level 1, writing a speech with a purpose, and he will be evaluated by the Surprise. So our next speaker is Toastmaster Wajid, how to become rich. Toastmaster Wajid, how to become rich. Over to you.
Thank you. Let me start. Good evening, Toastmasters and fellow friends. Let me start with a question. How many of you want to become rich? I guess all of us.
Yeah.
Now, let me start with a difficult question. How many of you believe that your current profession or business will make you rich? I guess we will be confused. To start to become rich, we always think we have to start with something else. We have to do something like influencer. We have to be e-commerce. We have to start e-commerce business. We have to be an influencer or something else. But what if I told you 4 simple steps, principles, if anyone follow, will make courage? You don't need to switch your career or do something influencer or social media guy. You just need 4 simple steps to follow, and you will be become rich. You can be a teacher, engineer, finance guy, or any other person. So let me start with 4 simple steps or principles. The first principle is to provide value. So what does that mean? We always think we have to generate income, but we do not consider providing value in any field or any business. For instance, if I'm generating 100K of sale in a month, I will be my value will be 100K. And same way, if I'm generating 100 million of sales, $100 million of sales in a month, I will be more valuable than this. Or in the same way, if any uh, if any teacher is uh, teaching English lesson or physics lessons, his value might be limited to that value. But the same way he or she is delivering a lesson or providing a course value that is more valuable now, her value will be more as compared to the base one. So you have to provide value. You have to provide some different value in your career or profession or business. If you are providing, if any business is providing the same value than any other, then you cannot be compete with any other person. So that way, if you are providing some good value in your career role, so you will become more proficient or more demanding as compared to others. The second principle is you have to become harder. You have to provide skill sets that are harder to replace. So what does that mean? If we, if any company has two-person and is working in the same company with the same role, the person who has just one skill as compared to the other one who has more skills. For instance, if I'm a sales guy and I know AI, communication, HR, my value will be become more as compared to the one who is just providing, who is just sales guy. Same way, if engineer knows some latest AI tool related to his profession, or the person who has the business who is providing a more and harder to replace, means he has business in the corner and he is providing more skill set, more value in his business, it will be harder to replace. The tip is to add AI into your career, into your skill set, because it's more valuable or more demanding in these days. So if you are providing, if you are have multiple skill set, so that way you will be become more demanding and you can earn more as compared to the other ones. The third principle is to multiply your effort. What does it mean? If I'm working in a company and provide and doing just 8 hours of job, my income will be limited. But in the same way, if I'm generating a course for related to my career, or my for instance, if I'm delivering digital marketing course, and with while working with the job, my course will be recurring. In the same way, if one teacher is delivering 8 hours of job in school and she's making a course for English or for any uh, for any topic, his or her course will be recurring. So that way, you are just not delivering 8 hours of job. You're you are generating something that is more recurring. If same way, if software engineer is has some patent in any software, his value will be uh, his reach will be more as compared to doing a 8 hours job. So if you are creating any content and that is recurring, you will be your reach will be double. Now the last and fourth point is you have to multiply your wealth. You have to turn your income into wealth. So for instance, if I'm earning 100K of salary, and if I'm not saving money and not investing in any sort of investment, I will be I'm generating just income in a month. So if if I'm saving 25% of my income and investing in any form of like the crypto, uh, gold, PSX, so that way you can earn more. You can generate your wealth. You can generate your income into wealth. Thank you all. You enjoyed my four. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vajid. Now let's move towards our next speaker, Toastmaster Sabha. She will be just evaluated by Toastmaster Revase, and her topic of speech is it's the body changes mind. Toastmaster Sabha. What is it?
Just a second. Remove spotlight. Here.
Amy Cuddy. Amy Cuddy is a social psychologist from Harvard Business School. Her studies in body language has landed her in Time Magazine, CNN, and on TED stage. She believes body language basically shapes us and gives a different perception to the audience about ourselves. She believes if you don't feel confident, act like it. If you don't feel confident, act like it. If you don't feel confident, act like it. And your chances of success will improve greatly. This is her belief, not mine, not yours. On the contrast, we believe mind changes our bodies. One wrong thought, one negative thought, and we get insecure. And we sit on a seat and we shrink our body. We cast our eyes down because we believe that mind changes bodies. While Amy Cuddy says opposite is true as well, and she has implemented in a way, she said here is a tiny trick, just apply. If you would like to apply this activity with me, would you like to stand from your seats? Anyone? And just do a power pose. Power pose means stretch your arms as far as it goes. Just do it. And Amy Cuddy says, just do it for good 2 minutes. So we do not have this much time in our speech, so please have a seat and just let me know how did you all feel with this power pose. Free. So she says she has also experimented on students the way I asked you people to stand up and do that. And she found out that it configured brain in assertive, confident, and comfortable way. So there is a change in body. There is a change in mind when you ask something to your body to do. So with this, I would like to tell you about my opinion. We are social animals. We get nervous. And it's okay to get nervous, right? So how many of you have ever felt throat catching, sweaty palms, and definitely hearts racing? Everyone, right? Every one of us. Means done that, been there, done that. We have all been there, right? If you ask me, I have worked with professionals, with leaders. Before coming to a stage, they really feel nervous. Worth billions of dollars. They have worth of hundreds of billions of dollars. Now you are thinking it's exaggerated. How come I find a leader with whom I worked of worth billions of dollars? So you can make it rupees, that's not an issue. So I would like to tell you here, Tony Robbins also said, your body can change your mind. Now Tony Robbins also said that, and he says before he takes a stage, he actually jumps in a trampoline for good 10 minutes. So I had a meeting last week with Amy Cuddy and Tony Robbins, and I told them about KTC, Karachi Toastmasters Club. And I said, now Talha bin Hamid cannot arrange a trampoline here and ask their members to jump on stage for good 10 minutes before coming to this room. So Amy Cuddy has given a solution to Talha, to tell to his members. Fake it. till you make it. She has come up with the solution, fake it till you make it. She came across with an accident and she got a hit in her head. She was an intelligent student. And she said, I struggled it. I struggled it badly. Having taken from your identity make you so powerless in this world. Having taken your core identity from yourself, and for her, the identity was her intelligence, her mind, her brain. Where can I see time? Okay. So when she was sharing this situation of hers, she was vulnerable. She had actually lost her identity completely. And that very moment, she again attended college. She re-entered, she re-attempted, and thanks to her advisor. Before her presentation of first year, she called her advisor and she said, I can't do that, and I'm dropping it. And then her advisor, mentor said, no, you cannot do that, because I took a gamble on you. You cannot just do that. You have to be on stage, you have to present, you have to complete your graduation. And every time when people will ask you to come on stage, you have to do it, you have to do it until you get even paralyzed, even you feel terrified, but you have to do it until you just say, oh my God, I did that. I just did it. I have become it. So the message from Amy Cuddy is fake it, fake it, fake it till you make it. And I would say to you, fake it, and fake it till you become it. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sabha. Now let's move towards our next speaker, and he's Toastmaster Latif.
Yes, and in another twist, we will request Toastmaster Sabha to evaluate Toastmaster. Yeah.
So now let's move towards our next speaker, Toastmaster Latif, engaging humor level 2 project, connect with the audience, and he will be evaluated by Toastmaster Sabha.
Yeah.
So
you don't need to
Toastmaster Latif, trust issues, Toastmaster Latif. Over to you.
Timer screen will be the Karachi Toastmasters, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. You have heard about that 1% rule, that 1% successful people and their habits. I too belong to that 1%. Who success is still waiting for. Yes, I wanted to be successful, but I cannot because of two reasons instead of two things. I have two brains. One is a thinking brain and one is a feeling brain. Whenever I want to win, the feeling brain acts like a toddler, like a child in me, and they both argue. Trust me, if I argue with my wife, I would have been losing easily. But with this brain, I cannot. I argue with myself a lot at times, just because I want to be rich. Let me prove this with an example. feeling brain, which is more like every time connected to the emotions. For example, if I say I want to eat a cake, the thinking brain will intervene and say, Latif, you are on diet. He becomes a boring accountant also. Save money. But my feeling brain will tell me what you will do by spending just 100 rupees cake. Nobody becomes rich with 100 rupees. And I end up eating that cake. So thinking brain and the feeling brain always have this emotionally blackmailing me. Now, I will explain you this all with one small story, and you will understand how I argue with them. So once I was having my intermittent fasting, and I was planned to fast for 24 hours. I successfully completed exactly 6 p.m., 24 hours. And my thinking brain said, Latif, try to make it another 12 hours. Tomorrow morning, have 6 a.m., good breakfast. But my feeling brain, no, you have achieved. Now it's time to celebrate. And that very moment, I went to the fridge, ate chocolates, ice creams, and all that 24 hours diet was lost. One more good example I have. This thinking brain believes in always planning, structured, and success with good achievements. And feeling brain makes me always nervous, emotionally, and never make me reach to that success. That 1% people who have success and I know their habits, even when I try to follow them, unable to reach. So one day, my thinking brain said, Latif, wake up at 6 a.m. and go for jogging. So I planned, as my thinking brain says. I went to purchase my joggers. The feeling brain said, buy this expensive one. But the thinking brain said, no, slow and steady wins the race. Take the lowest one, the most economical one. But I said, and even the thinking brain came in my mind and said, what you will do with this 20 KD saving? Who makes money? Who makes their houses? Who becomes rich saving 20 KD? And I went with the most expensive joggers. Fast forward, exactly 6 a.m. I wanted to wake up, wear those joggers, the expensive one, and go for jogging. My thinking brain was saying, Latif, you can do it. You have done it. You have planned well. Now it's time to execute. Same time that feeling brain came and said, the comforter is so warm. It is so cool. The air conditioner is working. And even the fridge has full of biryani of last night. I said, no. My thinking brain said, no, you have to wake up. I woke up. I wore my joggers and went straight to kitchen to eat that lovely, amazing biryani. So this happens with me time and time again. My thinking brain helps me to plan, and my feeling brain says what you will do with this much of saving. Who becomes rich with this much of saving? So, fellow audience, like always, even if you know it and you get to success, when you meet the success, let the success know I will be there when this trust issues between thinking brain and the feeling brain resolves. Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Latif, for your wonderful speech. Who is the next speaker? We have Toastmaster
Sila.
She's not here right now. And he's also the evaluator of Toastmaster.
Sorry?
He's also the evaluator of Toastmaster Noreen.
Okay. So we can call
Only three left: Toastmaster Majid, Toastmaster Sila, and Toastmaster Noreen. Toastmaster Majid is not here.
yeah.
We can assign Toastmaster Noreen relation to someone else.
Yeah, but whom do we assign it to? Because but wait a minute. Yeah, how about assigning Toastmaster it to Toastmaster Latif?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Toastmaster Latif, can you be the evaluator of Toastmaster Noreen? Great.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Latif.
Yes, I will.
For
Thank you.
Coming up for this role. So our next speaker is Toastmaster Noreen Fatma, and on her pathway of presentation mastery, level 1, project 3, and it is introduction to vocal variety and body language, and she will be just evaluated by Toastmaster Latif. So Toastmaster Noreen Fatma, why motivation fails, discipline begins. Toastmaster Noreen Fatma, over to you.
Sorry, Toastmaster Asha, I just want to know that to whom I have to pin.
Yeah, the Karachi Toastmasters Club window. All right. Sorry, your voice has disappeared.
Oh, I'm
Now,
audible?
yeah, now you're audible. Yeah,
Okay.
you need to pin the Karachi Toastmasters Club window. All right.
Profile chat.
Yeah, sure. I think the easiest way would be to, if you can't pin the window or something, you can just set the timer on your phone. Yeah.
Can she see the timer screen?
I think, yeah.
I hope now I'm audible now.
Yes, you are.
Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are doing great. So I have a question for you all, that how many of you have ever promised to yourself that tomorrow I start this, tomorrow I'll complete this task, tomorrow I start eating healthy, tomorrow I start workout.
Everyone.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
I can see many hands. So it
Exactly.
shows that my today's topic is relatable to many of us. But here is an irony, my fellow Toastmasters, that tomorrow is simply another word for saying no, not today. And we park these tasks to that and to another day and stop taking actions. So now there comes the concept of discipline. So I want anyone from the audience just say one word for the discipline. If you could share, DTM Irfan, could you share the word? One word for discipline. May I have your? Or yes, I can see
Army.
that.
Pakistan Army.
Regular. Oh, alarming. Okay. I also received one word for that is regular. Yes, that's relatable. So, fellow Toastmaster, discipline is doing what needs to be done, even you don't feel like doing it today. Whether you like it or you're not, you have to take action, and you don't have to wait for the motivation. Often what we do Toastmasters is that we rely on motivation. When motivation will come, then we'll start take action. But we need to understand that motivation is just a temporary feeling or emotion.
Sometimes we feel good, so we are super motivated and start taking action. But once there are days we feel like low and we don't want to take action, and we just park those pending tasks to that tomorrow that never comes in our life. Last Sunday afternoon, while I was preparing for my cardio session, when I prepared, I just left out of my room and I noticed that at the TV lounge, my all siblings was just sitting and enjoying their favorite movie and having snacks. I just looked at them and deep inside my heart says, Noreen, why don't you just skip the gym today? Sunday is for relaxing. Sunday is to rest. Just skip the gym and enjoy the movie with your siblings. I just looked at my heart and said, my dear heart, only discipline is the way that will help me in achieving my my health goals, which is one of my core one. And I just took my bag and headed towards the gym. My fellow Toastmasters, we discussed already about the significance of discipline, but it's more important to understand that how we can build it in our lives so that we can adapt it and make our life discipline that will help us in achieving our goals and reaching our destination. My fellow Toastmasters, only by taking small choices, small actions, we can build discipline that will help us in achieving extraordinary results. Last night, while I was taking notes and making my to-do list for today, what I did, I realized that there is a clash between my gym timing and the KTC meeting. And my heart again says, as usual, just skip the gym, start preparing your speech for the KTC club. I simply said no. How can I share a message to my audience that actually I am not implementing in my life? So what I did, I scheduled my gym session in the morning just before going to the office. Although the workout time was limited to 30 minutes, but I went to the gym before my office and completed my workout. And now I am delivering my speech today in front of you. So my fellow Toastmasters, it's not about showing 100% daily. Sometimes it's more important to just show up. Some days we show up 30%. Some days we show up 50%, and some days we show up 100%. That's how we build discipline in our life. So fellow Toastmasters, don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for the perfect Monday. Don't wait for that very tomorrow. Don't wait for the perfect mood. Just start taking actions today and keep the promises you keep to yourself, because discipline is not about controlling your life. It's about taking control of the life you want to have. And remember, motivation can help you start your life, can help you start, but only discipline helps us what we become. Over to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Noreen, for your wonderful and disciplined speech. Now we have a next speaker, Toastmaster Shila, but she's not here yet.
Yeah.
So should we move towards evaluations and then call her during the evaluation?
Yeah, that can also be done. Yeah,
Okay.
that can also be done.
So
Sila is here.
Okay, she's here on time. So Toastmaster Sila will be our next speaker, and I will be just evaluating her. So her speech. So Toastmaster Sila Hamid, dynamic leadership, writing I speak with a purpose. The speech title, the is what if. Toastmaster Sila Hamid. Over to you.
What if? What if we make someone or something our entire world? someone we love, dream we chase, built career, a place where we wish to live. But what happens when the person changes and the dream doesn't work that way? Would our life be the same? Good evening, dear Toastmasters and respected guest. Some time ago, I read a novel, Scheherazade. It was an Urdu novel written by Humayra Ahmed. The message which stayed with me from that novel was sometimes we become so much dependent or attached with the temporary world. We become so much dependent with the temporary world, and we forgot to get out of that. And we become so much into it that we do not we think that when we love that person or we become so much attached to that dream, we began to think that once I achieve that goal or once I be with that person, I will always be happy and I will be feeling like I have everything. But what happens when that doesn't happen? People change. Dream doesn't go the way we want it to be. So at that moment, we do not lose the people, the person, or the dream. We lose the life that is attached or imagined or lived with it. We lose that. So what if we change, because we think that we have created that person, the center of our entire world. What if we change the center? What if we change the center? What if we change the person or the dream into so that it should not be our entire world? When it loses, we do not lose ourselves. How about making that center Almighty Allah? When everything changes, Allah Almighty remain our armor. Robert Frost beautifully wrote somewhere, nothing gold can stay. Take example of a tree. When autumn comes, it let all its leaves fall, not because they were meaningless, but because the seasons can change it. Seasons can change over. It was the time for the change. When spring comes, new leaves grow and it blossoms everywhere. It smiles everywhere. But when the autumn comes, it happily let them fall because that is the part of the change. In our lives, our world is just like that. Sometimes we embrace that change and become so unhappy that we ask why this is happening with me, why this change is happening with me, because we created our own dream, we created our own parameters in the life. So instead of that, we should ask, what is this change going to teach me now? With every change, there is a lesson. So we have to wait and see instead of crying that why this is happening. It is a part of the life because sometimes we create few things, people, person, dreams, our own goals, our ambitions. We wish to have a big house, we wish to have that dream job, we wish to move somewhere, we wish to move that country. So when that doesn't happen, we cry. We do not realize that that is a part of it. So when we make Almighty Allah the center of our world, everything will be in all at all places. Because the change is the real phenomena. It will come. So when Allah Almighty remain the center of the our entire world, our world cannot be collapsed. So dear Toastmasters, don't be afraid of change. Dream big. Keep on loving people. Don't be afraid of it. But remember that they are the part of your world. All these things are the part of your world. They are not your world. So thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sila, for giving a wonderful and intensive speech and while doing so many things. So let's end from this part of this speakerthon. Now let's move towards the second part, and that is the breakfast of the champions. And that is
Not so fast. Wait for the announce the voting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but we don't have a vote.
We do.
Vote counter.
Yeah. So I'll be floating the vote everywhere.
So DDM Dala is floating the vote, and for this audience, we can.
Most of them are on KTC group.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you will find the voting poll at the KTC group, and is everyone is qualified?
Yes.
For the voting?
Yes.
That's good. Every speaker is in the race of this speakerthon. So can we move now towards the general evaluation?
Yes.
Okay. So,
but with one caveat. The caveat is that Toastmaster Majid may or may not come. If he does arrive, we'll give him the stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have a bit leverage for him, so it's fine. So our general evaluator is Toastmaster Hiba Khan. So I request Toastmaster Hiba, please come and do the duties. Have a round of applause for her.
Toastmasters and guests, general evaluation is a very important session. General evaluation is a very important session in any Toastmaster session. It provides feedback to the speaker. Usually, general evaluation consists of 3 parts. That is the prepared speech evaluation, the table topic evaluation, and the report from the facilitators.
Oh.
However, since this is a speakerthon, we'll be having only 2 parts, that is the prepared speech evaluation and the role from the facilitators. So for the first speaker, we had DTM Sarfaraz Nazir, and he will be evaluated by TM Imran Rana.
I'm sure I'm audible.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, ATM Sarfaraz Nazir delivered quite a wonderful speech, I must say. And the title of the speech was quite interesting. First, it read like Rise Monument, then he corrected, and the title was Rise Monument. DTM Sarfaraz delivered a wonderful speech, and there are so many areas which I really liked it. For example, the humor he brought in I must say, spot on. The descriptive language, like the hanging chicken looks like a Christmas monument, and there was several times uh, several times we could see the descriptive language, the way he delivered it. So the speech was about his journey to America and the hardships he felt during that journey. And I really want to mention the sentence he mentioned in his speech, like he loved to watch, eat, and appreciate, and walk away from the food. But he never realized that one day he had to face that difficulty. He had to cook for himself, for his own survival. Uh, areas There are few areas of observation, and this observation is purely my observation. I never seen Sarfraza starting a speech with fellow Toastmasters and guests. He always started his speech with with an engaging statement. So he started the speech with fellow Toastmasters, and it was quite it felt different to me. Initially, I felt that the energy level of you was low, and it felt in your speech as well. From beginning till the middle of the speech, you were quite moving with pace. I didn't see the pauses. And one more area of observation was your previous evaluator mentioned that you should wear the apron, and I didn't see that apron as well. So overall, a speech delivered with great confidence. Only these areas of observation, I must say. Uh, Next time, maybe you will consider those. Overall, a speech delivered with great confidence, and the best part was the spot on humor in your speech. So, with that, I would like to hand over Josh back to the general evaluator. Hold on.
Okay, moving on to the second speaker, DTM Aliyashar Anjum. I would like to call upon his evaluator, Toastmaster Rizwan Ahmed Khan.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Hello, hi everyone. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rizwan Ahmed Khan, and today
Just a minute.
Should I stop?
Yes, you can start now.
Okay. Thank you. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. I am Rizwan Ahmed Khan, and today I am the evaluator of not the Toastmaster but DTM Aliyashar. So I want to share one thing, and that is I've never seen a young DTM before, such a young DTM. So it's been a privilege to evaluate your speech. You were delivering your speech level 1, project 4, and your speech title was "It's Okay," and your speech timing was 5 to 7 minutes. And now comes about the best part. You started with a good energy. I must say your eye contact was very powerful. You're not just looking to the evaluator, but also overall to the right side and to the left side. Your eye contact was really good and powerful. That sound to a very powerful speaker. Moving forward, your hand gestures were really good. You were denoting some examples with the right hand and with the left hand. and you were maintaining a very good, not I can say throughout the speech, but you were maintaining a good steeple, and then just you forget to maintain that steeple, but overall you catch up the rhythm of the speech in a very good and effective manner throughout the speech. The second thing, a lot of things that I noticed was mentioned about the energy, the vocal variety. Voice modulation was a bit low. You took the pace in the middle of the speech and at the end, but at the start you were not focusing on the vocal variety, you were just being monotonous. So overall, it was a very well-structured speech, good eye contact, vocal variety. Now comes the most important and the significant part, and that is why we're here, to learn, to grow. So little thing, while you were delivering your speech, you were moving very frequently like this throughout the speech. And I was noticing very meticulously that you were moving around. You must follow your movements. It should be in a purposeful movements. Like if you are denoting one example or one thing, you must be standing on the left side and making eye contact to the audience. And if you are giving another example, you must be standing at the right and then giving the example. And while you're delivering your speech, you should be or you must be in the middle, so that it should not be look like that it's not a purposeful movement. The second thing, I was missing a powerful opening, like in terms of audience engagement. When you start with a question, with a beautiful quote, you actually grab the audience attention. So that two things that I missed in your speech, but overall it was a very good, well constructed, well crafted, well delivered speech in a very efficient and effective manner. Thank you. Over to the general evaluator.
Okay, moving on to the third speaker, Toastmasters Zulfikar Ali. I call upon his evaluator, Nitin Khanna. Is not here, so I'll move on to the next speaker. Okay, the fourth speaker was DTM Irfan. I call upon his evaluator, Toastmaster Noreen Fatma, to deliver the evaluation.
Thank you so much, Miss Ma'am, General Evaluator. So without me, what a pressing issue DTM Irfan has shared with us, although we are now in 2026, but we still face this issue in our families, in our professional careers, and you also mentioned you also sometimes face in Toastmasters as well. It is a harsh reality, but it's more important and high time to definitely work on it and to change the mindset of the people. I thoroughly enjoyed the speech. You started with the personal story with your friend, and it really connected with us. And then you also shared 3 scenarios. We thoroughly enjoyed and understand what was the speech objective and connected with the audience and connected to the topic when you shared different scenarios with us. And your voice different, we also observed different voice modulations as well while you were performing different characters, the son, your friend, and of course yourself. And we felt that voice modulation was balanced, but we all know there is room for improvement. Although we observe balanced voice modulations, but we observed that there were many different characters were performed. So in case if I could be at your place, I could rehearse those characters a bit more so that we could differentiate those characters in a better way and we could connect in a more effective way. Secondly, what we noticed that 3 scenarios were shared and some of were left we could say incomplete. Like the first one, which you shared, that you tried to convince your friend that now is the high time, we should allow your son to take decision of his career. But at the end, we didn't see whether your friend was convinced and what was whether the son was allowed to take the permission to choose the career of his choice or not, because you were more interested towards the conclusion. And what we noticed that the conclusion was a bit abrupt because you shared three scenarios. In normally a normal speech, we only shared maximum two stories or 2 points that are enough because we must have ample amount of time so that we can connect, so that audience have much time to connect to them and they are not distracted. And conclusion is most important. If we are unable to reiterate the message at the end, it leaves the audience without, they won't remember the message. Overall, it was a great speech, a little bit working on voice modulation, uh, working on the body section, and conclusion could further improve the speech. Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed the speech. Over to you, Ma'am General Evaluator.
Okay, medium Dala is back, so I'll be calling Toastmasters Zulfikar Ali's evaluator Lithium Dala Benamin for the evaluation.
So, if you can time me, Toastmaster, is it possible? Thank you. Just give me a second. Let me also have some time to. Wait, just give me a second. Can you allow me? Everyone, apologies. Let me just locate the file in which I had written the evaluation. A few moments, please. Evaluation resource. First. If he comes, he will. Otherwise,
Okay. Last speaker was Noreen, right?
yes. I actually floated the poll for best speaker. You just need to do it for the best evaluator. Just give me a second. Everyone, apologies for this. What? Oh, of course, obviously. All right, so apparently now the file is successfully located. Let's see if it turns up on my phone. Okay, yes, we have it. All right. Toastmaster Zulfikar. A very unique speech. Congratulations on bringing a light touch to the very somber proceedings before that, and also providing us with a bit of guidance with respect to public speaking. So, you had a very authoritative start, you had a loud voice, you had sincerity, great expression, and you used great misdirection in the beginning, which turned out to be not a misdirection, but just something you left in the middle just to continue at the very end, which was beautifully done. Very creative technique. Congratulations on that. You added humor, for example, behind every great speaker, there's a great air conditioner and a lot of other sentences. You had a great role play and sense of liveliness about you, which engaged the audience. And this is something that I discovered today that if a speaker is animated and lively, You naturally hear them better as well. So kudos on that. You involve the audience not once, not twice, but thrice. You also involve the timer. So great presence of mind, absolutely impressive. And I think this is also a technique that we can learn, right? And of course, you had great vocal variety. Your content was on point, but this is where the improvement areas start. A bit more craft was required in your sentences and your language. Not that there was anything wrong with that, but sometimes I had a hard time understanding where you were going with something, right? Uh, you had the occasional propensity to put your hands in your pocket, either in the back pockets or the front pockets. Uh, the subject matter was potentially useful, but your overtly casual style undersold it a bit. For most of the speech, especially during the first half, myself as an audience member, I kept thinking that it was supposed to be a humorous speech, a satire. But then you started talking about that acronym, and that really struck me as useful. But by that time, perhaps you had lost some of the weight of the guidance that you offered, right? Um, One improvement area that I would offer you is that you could have defined the acronym in the start, because throughout the speech I struggled whether it was tall or something else. I think it was tall. I really discovered right at the very end of the speech when I connected your letters. Since I was supposed to evaluate you, I made the effort to do that, but perhaps the audience would not, right? So perhaps sometimes you have to dump things down in order to make them accessible for everyone. That's a bitter reality of life. Uh, and you don't need to bother too much about timing. And even if you are bothered, like we are all bothered, do not incorporate that into your speech. That takes a bit of away. But overall, I think great speech, very unconventional, refreshing, well delivered, with just a few improvement areas. Over to you, Journal Development.
Okay, moving on to the fifth speaker, Toastmaster Wajid. I call upon his evaluator, DTM Sarfaraz Nazir. So over to you.
DTM Sarfaraz Nazir has left. He said he will give the written evaluation to Toastmaster Wajid.
All right.
Moving on to the sixth speaker, Toastmaster Sabanjum. I call upon her evaluator, Toastmaster Wasi Ahmed, to give the evaluation.
Let me do it. Toastmaster Sabha, I did the power pose, and guess what? It works incredibly well. It improves my confidence and my energy levels too. But guess what? There are many more things that I loved about your speech. First of all, your body language. When you told about those shrinking shoulders, those eyes casting down, incredible body language. Another thing was your audience engagement. When you talked about power pose, you made us do the power pose, a great way for audience engagement. The other thing I liked was that you brought receipts. You will think, what is receipts? Okay, recently I was reading this book by Mehdi Hassan. Okay, he is an incredible journalist. So what he says that always bring your receipts to support your argument, which you brought. You brought in Tony Robbins and you brought Emikade, which made your speech credible. Another thing which I liked was that you gave it a flavor of tall tales. You exaggerated the humor when you said, okay, I had a dinner with Tony Robbins and Namika Day, and you bring in the recommendation for DTM Tala. So again, exaggerated humor, it worked really well. Another thing which I really liked was that you were using phrases which were very relatable to everybody. When you said sweaty palms, high heart rates, or choking throats, I mean, everybody has been through it and everybody could relate to it. And that's what made it easier to follow your speech. However, there were a couple of things I would say for recommendation which you could improve. One was when a person like me with an average IQ is listening, I would personally feel better that if you bring the relatable content in the opening. If you talk about high heart rates or sweaty palms in the beginning, that would have my attention earlier instead of bringing the research, which I would say, okay, it's another nerdy thing. Should I listen to it or should I not? And the other thing is the stage movement, right? What you were doing was you were constantly moving. It shows a bit of nervousness, which I know you were not, but still it distracts this audience. So have a powerful presence. Stay still and move accordingly. So overall, a great speech. Just move mindfully and a relatable opening. That's from my side.
By the way, message to everyone, please vote. I've only received one vote so far. So please vote for the best speaker.
Okay, moving on to the seventh speaker, Toastmaster Latif Mansoor Ali. I call upon his evaluator, Toastmaster Sabanjo.
स्टेज कहाँ से कहाँ तक
स्टेज कहाँ से कहाँ तक है दोनों फ्लैग्स के लिए
So Latif.
Yeah, it should be.
Latif.
Yeah.
So Latif, you are truly admirable speaker when it comes to online speaking. You are already a known celebrity in our district when it comes to online speaking. You are cognizant of the fact how to engage audience very well via screen. You can beat easily speakers who speak in person with your exceptional skills of speaking on camera. Okay, second thing, vocal variety. Yeah, it was displayed. You hooked the audience when you said whose success is still waiting for, low and high pitch. And you went far away from camera and then you came very near to camera. And it engages very well with the audience. So you are camera friendly, when to come near, when to go back. You are incredible already. When it comes to stage presence, you are amazingly powerful. You have an edge over other strong and stronger speakers when it comes to your stage presence. You have already an edge. Humor is your hallmark, as always. You keep sprinkling humor as a spray. So I'm using prop here, like a perfume bottle. You keep sprinkling humor throughout your speech. And it actually kept connecting audience with you. You simply play with pauses, brings high impact in your speech with powerful pauses whenever you feel like to do. So it's in your control all the time. You always connect audience with anecdotes and connect so well with the audience with your stories. That's all amazing. Now, what I would like to see in your speech, in next upcoming speeches, role play, dialogues, and your emotions to depict high and low pitch. Time and time again, you have used, and I really loved it because of short span of attention. When I felt I'm trying to get disengaged with your speech, suddenly you use that word time and again, And when you repeat it twice, I got engaged again. So you have powerful way of engaging audience or grabbing them back again if they are going short of engagement. So now what I would like you to challenge yourself, bring some emotions, the way you can explore your vocals, you can unlock your potential by bringing twist, by creating drama in your speech, and that definitely will make your speech very powerful, even beyond your own imagination. Thank you. With this, I would like to hand over stage to our general evaluator.
Okay, moving on towards the eighth speaker, Toastmaster Noreen Fatma. I call upon her evaluator, Toastmaster Latif Mansoor Ali. So over to you.
Yes, he's there.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Hiba Rais Khan. Today, it was an honor, though I was not in the agenda for our speaker, Toastmaster Noreen Fatima, but somehow, again, I should say that, there is something written by Allah which we cannot change. And I got stuck somewhere and I managed finally on time to deliver my speech and hear a motivational speech. Now, I really enjoyed, and first and foremost, I should congratulate Toastmaster Noreen Fatima as because I am a regular KTC member who attends the meeting, but you step in today after, I believe, almost 6 or 7 months. So I personally feel that that motivational is working for you to work on your exercise, the gym, the upgrowth, and everything is working towards the dots which you connected to the speech. I really loved the explanations. Those were very simple and good to hear, because sometimes we value our siblings than our personal goals. We value our time of commitment to, like, for example, shall I select the meeting or the gym? So you manage both, saying you did not skip, you manage the gym first in the morning hours, and then you managed it so that you complete each and every goal. So these were the things which I really loved on your speech. I will not say that you lacked a camera shy or you were a camera shy. You are a brilliant speaker. It was a clarity on your speech. You are delivering again and again an amazing speech, a very clear version of any person who is listening to you will understand your motivation. Now, I, as a Toastmaster, feel that our speeches should go to next level, and next levels are always when we keep things hiding from even our own Toastmasters. So for example, if you write a title, why motivational fail, I got an idea what the speech will be all about. So either instead of that, have a skip, a speech title called skip. And then you say you were skipping. And then you can manage those things in your day-to-day routines with your examples. And that skip would have made everyone understand and remember. This is my one good advice I feel. Second, which I really want to push forward. This is, in my humble opinion, use simple sentences when you want someone to understand. For example, Elon Musk, I have heard it. I'm not sure that he believes in that or no, but it is his wording. He says that if I have to do something, why I need motivation? And that remembers in each and every person's life. When we say, if I have to do, why I need motivation? So all in all, a wonderful speech. I just feel that a speech title, a little easy sentences for everyone to remember will make the speech a good one. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator. Sir, you're on mute.
Sorry.
I call upon my evaluator DTM Ali Asha Rector.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Toastmaster Hiba. So, Speaker Toastmaster Silani, congratulations for the completing this this so 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 project, which is right. Sure, the 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 with a purpose, and purpose statement was us change without to just losing ourselves. Okay, so what you have done, you did remarkable job. You just speech was, I must say, well written, and it is more like than a good what you say, a monologue. And however, you can work on your stage, let's say, movement, and be more uh, uh, r, r, uh, uh, r, 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 the what is so so uh, uh, expressive, and using more of your vocal variety. Okay, that's you can choose intra and extra verbals for it. To challenge yourself, you should try to synchronize your pace and intensity with the with that what should say emotion of the word, uh, and speech was very good uh, to the general evaluation.
Okay, the second part of the session has the facilitators report. The first is the first facilitator was the grammarian. So I call upon Toastmaster Shafan Zaman to give the grammarian's report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rabia. Yes, am I audible?
Yes, you are. Can you also turn on your video if possible?
Actually, there is no light. That's why I turned off my
All
camera.
right. All right. No worries. No worries.
Here is my grammarian report. I noticed a lot of good words in today's meeting. For example, psychotic, world, cast our eyes down, propensity, anecdote, supremacy, indispensable people, and on the contrast. Overall, all the language was used in today's meeting was effective and clear. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid.
Okay. Talma, are you going to give your report?
No, no need. All the speakers were qualified, and so were all the evaluators.
Okay. We didn't have the R count and the listener, so now it's time for my part of the report. Overall, the session went well and smoothly. The speakers were prepared. Sorry, the speakers were well prepared, and the speeches were informative. Today, we had a good number of people, both physically and online, which was a good sign. We started on time and ended on time. We should keep this spirit for the upcoming meetings as well. Overall, it was a smooth sailing session. Thank you. Over to the Toastmaster of the evening. Adi?
Yes.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. And it's time to wrap up this speaker-thon. It was an amazing evening, and I just relish it. So over to the president to wrap up this meeting more formally. Over to DTM.
No, you are Toastmaster Vasa is the president.
Okay, Toastmaster Vasa. Sorry.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day.
Or now.
DTM Tala. Yeah, DTM Tala, I just hope that you have floated all the polls, even of the best evaluators.
Yes.
And the best big two.
Imran, the best evaluator?
Yes, I just put the poll.
Yeah, okay.
Everyone is requested to please cast the vote.
Right. Yeah, the poll has been floated. So everyone, both the polls, best big two and best evaluator. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just been floated.
In the meantime, we can have the comments from our guests. So, if Toastmaster Zulfikar, if you can come on to the stage and tell us about how your experience was.
Yes. Comments about the meeting. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, I have been few Toastmasters club. What I noticed here is that in this Toastmaster club, everyone is, I'm not finding the right word, but it's like appreciative of each other, and they are with them with patience, and although the smiles are not too much, but still everyone is there doing their work faithfully, and which I like about it, and I would love to join it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Zulfikar. You are more than welcome to join us again. Next, we can have guest Kishwar, if we can get her comments too.
Yes.
It was a great evening. I heard, I think most of them were informative. I think it was kind of a repetition of the thoughts, and it was a great session. It was a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you for attending, guest Kishwar. Hope to see you back again. Next, we have guest Kalimullah. Guest Kalimullah, if we can get to know how your experience was.
I can wear my cap or it's inappropriate.
Why would it be inappropriate? It's perfectly fine.
For my teacher, I just read through him. So I'm here because of my boss. So he guided me to come here, and by profession, I am a cybersecurity and IT auditor. So he always tell me that I evaluate you many times. You are very good in the technical side, but you are just dash into your presentation skills. So go and join any Toastmaster club. He is a chartered accountant. Okay? So he have been in so many Toaster clubs before. So I'm trying to join the Toaster Club since last 6 months. Okay, and I was unfortunate that sometime I didn't get any time to join it. Sometime I didn't get any proper resources. So, like 2 months ago, I went on the searching. So, like somewhere I joined the Toaster Club in the Europe. So there was a link and something. So precisely like last week I searched about where is the Karachi. So then I come to know there are so many types of toaster clubs. That some are open, some are the private. I think
Yeah,
the private. So and my next target was to find that some open.
Yes.
So then I emailed them that I want to join a toaster club on attend the meeting on Friday, but they suggest me to join on the Wednesday, and it's no restriction for the member. That's all. My name is Kalimullah, and I'm living here in Karachi, Beria Town. So I come from Beria Town here to join in person, and inshallah I will be here in every weekend or every Wednesday.
Yeah.
And as I am very pleasure to meet with you, I feel a very positive vibes here, and I'm feeling myself to be a new born baby.
Wow.
So it's great to meet you guys all, and from a definitely a different occupation, different profession, and I'm here to like learn from this guys.
Great, great. What's the name of your boss?
It's Rafi. Abdul Rafi. So we people are from the consultancy services.
Okay, so he's also a consultant?
Yeah, he's
okay.
also the director of the audit firm.
Aha. Okay, okay. And
He's
sorry.
also the like in Brazil North IQ. Abdul Rafi.
Abdul Rafi. And what's the name of the firm? Sorry, don't mean to.
No. It's like a
Because I'm a chartered accountant myself, so I'm curious. Yeah.
So it's a video.
Video.
Video Saudi.
Video Saudi. Okay. Right. Abdul Rafi also, I think, went from here.
Yeah,
Video Pakistan.
We all from Pakistan and
Yeah,
he's
so
working in the Saudi remote.
I think I remember. Right. Fine. Thank you.
Thank you, guest Kalimullah. We will be more than happy to have you as a member. I can already see a speaker in you, how you were handling the stage so smoothly and talking to us. You are already a member. Like, after you've done all the formalities, which DTM Talak can tell you. Okay, now we don't have guests, but we have some family members who were not here for a good time, but I would like to have their comments too. Toastmaster Noreen Fatma.
Hello, Mr. President.
Hello.
So it was a great meeting. I think I delivered best detail. Toastmaster T was right. I delivered speech. I think 5 to 6 months. So it was a great start for me as well. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think all speeches were very insightful and relatable. And kudos to the whole team for managing as many speakers. And the best part was that we also had the evaluation segment as well. What I've seen mostly in many clubs, the evaluation segment is missing during speakathon. But we managed to deliver evaluation as well and managed to receive our evaluation as well. We thoroughly enjoyed the meeting. Over to you, Mr. President.
Hope to see you again, Toastmaster Noreen Fatma. Now, Toastmaster Jalil Muhammad Raja. If we can have your comments too.
Thank you very much for providing me opportunity. It was memorable meeting today. The speakers had a great voice, which were having unique stories, a wealth of experience, beautiful human spirit, and they have shared their thoughts in a very efficient way, which really made this evening wonderful. And this club brings lot of information, lot of knowledge, coupled with communication skills, which really brings me here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Jalil. DTM Ali Asher.
Yes. You know what to do.
Okay. So it's a nice experience. I guess after a long time, it's been I guess 11 months because I was not there. So for me, it is more like a family. So it's home, ATC. So yes, I always enjoyed fair, and it has always been a good learning experience for me. So over to the president. President.
Thank you, DTM Ali Asher. And of course, you are family. It's just that we want you to be regular. That's it. Nothing else. And to be very honest, I really have missed your poems. So if you are coming in, so I personally would love
वो
to listen
से-
your poems again.
नहीं कर लिया वहाँ से किसी
Okay, so DTM Tala, if we are we done with the votes?
Yeah, okay. Sorry? Okay. Okay. Yes, actually, I'm sharing the results with with the Toastmaster Imran for the 3 categories, all right? And he will announce. So over to you, Toastmaster Imran. Just give me a second. Yeah. Best speaker. I'm just. Yeah, I shared it with you, so you announce along with the other awards.
You said only the best popular.
Yeah, popular. Critics' choice is
Oh, you're not getting that. You get the
best
best
speaker.
debate
Yes,
speaker.
yes,
So
yes.
can you share the result of that?
I just did. There are 2 blue ticks besides. So, yeah.
You can talk to me. Speaker from है ना?
वो critics' choice. Which pass I will announce. Yeah.
So, नहीं.
Okay, okay. Let me share top 3. All right, I get your point. Sorry, guys.
Okay. The best evaluator goes to none other than DTM Talha. And best pick two goes to DTM Ali Ashna Anton.
And I'm announcing. Sorry, just hold on for a second. Now, yeah.
I think we should decide it. Because I was again hearing some speeches. top three speakers for today's speakerthon. First place goes to DTM Sarfaraz Nazir. Second place goes to Toastmaster Ali. And third place goes to Toastmaster Salahi. Master, over to you.
You haven't announced the popular vote, I guess.
Yeah, this was a popular vote.
Okay, this was a popular vote. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we had 3 speakers for the popular vote, and I have to give the critic choice for the 3 speakers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So according to the critics' choice, on third place we have joint winners. The third place goes to Toastmaster Sila Hamid and Toastmaster Latif Mansoor Ali. Second position goes to the person who made a return, TTM Ali Asharanju. And the first place goes to, no surprises, our master, DTM Sarfaraz. And one more thing, the best facilitator goes to Toastmaster Shafaq Zaman, although, like by default, Toastmaster Shafaq Zaman.
Yeah.
So everybody, we had today 9 speeches, 9 evaluations. Thank you for making this speaker-thon a massive success. Thank you for turning up. Hope to see you all in the next meeting again next Wednesday. Till then, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, online members present, and thank you, guest Jalil. See you all very soon, inshallah. And Noreen, see you Saturday.